In a distant galaxy, where countless species had risen and fallen, there lay a planet known as Gordhak 9. This world was infamous for its colossal arenas, where the strong and the desperate gathered to fight for glory, wealth, and the ultimate prize, survival. Among the many combatants was a human named Jace Morgan, who had come to the arena to prove that humanity was not to be underestimated. The arena of Gordhak 9. The arena stood tall and imposing, a massive structure of shimmering metal and holographic displays that projected the excitement of the crowd. Various species filled the stands, their cheers echoing through the air, a cacophony of alien languages. The ground was a treacherous landscape of shifting sands, hidden traps, and strategically placed obstacles designed to test the mettle of even the bravest fighters. Jace stepped into the arena, feeling the heat radiating off the ground. He was acutely aware of the eyes upon him, some filled with disdain, others with curiosity. Humans were a rare sight in the intergalactic fighting circuits, often dismissed as weak and fragile. But Jace was determined to change that perception. The first fight. His first opponent was a towering Zarkon, a reptilian creature with scales like armor and a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth. As the announcer's voice boomed through the arena, Jace's heart raced. The gates opened, and the Zarkon charged at him with a roar that sent vibrations through the ground. Jace, relying on his agility and quick reflexes, dodged to the side, narrowly avoiding the creature's massive claws. He knew he couldn't rely solely on brute strength. He needed to outsmart his opponent. As the Zarkon swung again, Jace seized the moment, grabbing a nearby metal rod. With a swift motion, he jabbed it into the creature's side, stunning it momentarily. The crowd erupted in surprise. The Zarkon stumbled, allowing Jace to land a series of quick blows, targeting the vulnerable areas beneath its armor. The Zarkon fell to the ground with a heavy thud, and the announcer's voice declared Jace the winner. The cheers were mixed with confusion. A human had defeated a Zarkon, climbing the ranks. As the battles continued, Jace faced various alien warriors. A swift Draxus with its long tentacles, a hulking Trogon known for its brute strength, and a cunning Vexor that relied on illusions. With each fight, Jace honed his skills, learning to adapt to different combat styles and strategies. He garnered a reputation as an underdog who fought with both heart and intellect. Each victory brought him closer to the final challenge, the grand champion of the arena, a formidable beast known as the Vorax. This creature was said to be invincible, a terror that had crushed many warriors. The other fighters were cautious. The Vorax had an aura of death surrounding it. The final showdown. Finally, the day arrived for Jace to face the Vorax. The arena buzzed with anticipation, and a mix of excitement and fear hung in the air. Jace stood at the edge of the arena, taking a moment to gather his thoughts. He had fought hard to get here, but this battle would test everything he had learned. As the gates opened, the Vorax emerged, a massive creature covered in spikes and fur. Its eyes glowed with a predatory gleam, and it let out a roar that reverberated through the arena. The ground shook beneath Jace's feet, but he stood firm, determined to fight for his life and prove humanity's worth. The battle commenced, and the Vorax charged, its massive claws slicing through the air. Jace darted to the side, using his agility to stay one step ahead. He remembered the lessons learned from previous fights. Use the environment to your advantage. Spotting a series of metal pillars, Jace lured the Vorax into pursuing him. As the creature lunged, Jace dodged and maneuvered around the pillars, using them as shields. Finally, he saw his chance. With a leap, he climbed atop one of the pillars, gaining a height advantage. From there, he launched a surprise attack, using the metal rod he had brought into the arena. With a swift downward strike, he pierced the Vorax's shoulder, causing it to roar in pain. Seizing the moment, Jace followed up with a series of strikes aimed at its vulnerable underbelly. The crowd watched in stunned silence as the seemingly invincible beast staggered back. Victory and recognition. With a final, desperate effort, Jace drove his rod deep into the Vorax's heart. The creature let out a pained roar before collapsing to the ground, defeated. Silence fell over the arena, followed by an explosion of cheers and applause. Jace had done the unthinkable. He had slain the grand champion. Exhausted but triumphant, Jace stood over the fallen creature, the realization of his victory sinking in. He had proven that humans were not to be underestimated. With grit and determination, he had claimed his place among the champions of Gordhak 9. The announcer declared him the new champion, and the crowd erupted in a frenzy. Jace had not only survived, but had become a symbol of human resilience. From that day forward, the arena would remember him not just as a fighter, but as the man who changed the perception of humans across the galaxy. Conclusion. In the heart of Gordhak 9, where survival meant being the last one standing, Jace Morgan emerged victorious. He had fought against all odds, proving that the spirit of humanity could not be extinguished. The arena would never forget the human who dared to defy expectations and emerge as a true champion.